I don't know if or not they are calling the gods of shot straight towards them, but now Feppy was pulled out a tad bit too late, but it does defend them from a couple of grenades. Now Hotshots barricaded by their own glue walls. Falcons finally making their way around, but yet a...
और अभी तो रुको, क्लाइमैक्स अभी बाकी है.
Five has a huge job to do. Sees Koju, tags him a little bit, forcing Evil's Divine back into this factory area, this garage, this warehouse. And that's going to slow them down for a bit, but Pain Gaming now arrives.
Hotshots versus Red Hawks. That's a battle that we are about to see. And Falcons, yet another bird hopping on into the mix as well. Then some hot action about to kick off on the opposite side of the battlefield. And we get there in time. AGAL, the John takes him down. VSS time, baby. Sanjit finds one for the squad as well, but the container, all the Falcons have for in terms of defense.
Red Hawks is playing on the low ground as well as Fluxo now receives some fire, not just from Hotshot, but also from Team Falcons. Limit with the Riptide Rhythm is going to make it even tougher for Fluxo. They're putting up the glue walls, and it's just enough, but a second one comes through. Fluxo could not catch a break at all, but a couple of containers is going to keep them safe for now. Pain Gameline couldn't find an entry in, but Hotshot, they got a lot coming their way.
Yeah, the Steppy was pulled out a tad bit too late, but it does defend them from a couple of grenades. Now Hotshot's barricaded by their own glue walls. Falcons finally making their way around, but yet another defensive glue wall pulled out, but that one falls like a paper wall. Final survivor left here on the side of Hotshots, and Falcons are not slowing down just yet. Action gets away for the time being, but that's about the end of it as Peter pulls away the final player from the side of Hotshot Esports.
It's either death by the hands of Falcons or by Fluxo, but with that takeover, Falcons currently, at least for this moment, is going to have some space to breathe. It's a good area to be on this high ground, but the circle is going to move away from that. Evil's Divine, 14 eliminations as they now face off against Red Hawks on the low ground.
Come on, man. Consistency is key, and Red Hawks are kicking it out there. Still alive, but 5 squads remaining here. Make that 4 as Cypher shows up in front of Peter, who's on absolute fire in this final circle. Circle's moving on. Fluxo doesn't really need to rotate all that too far. Limit with the smart plays, with the glue wall melters before those defenses can even be erected.
This is going to be a tough rotation. Red Hawks wants to make the first move, but AimGod finds Blade, and there's not really much time to bring him back up. The glue wall is desperately being thrown to protect him, but Kutush ends up being a victim of that as the rest of Evil's Divine are going to show up to clean up what they started. Blade takes out Ray with the trip mine, but that's pretty much it. Red Hawks out in 4th.
Out in 4th, Fluxo down by 1 man. They've got a little bit too little in their tank bombs with the rotation. Jump pad now right in front of EVOS. Fluxo, I don't know if or not they are calling the gods of shot straight towards them, but now Falcons at the very top. They wanted double Booyah at the start of this day, and they may just as well pull this one off.
Again, they took over where Hotshot was, and it gave them the best position to work with. High ground leverage, and on top of that, good rotation into this moving circle. Evil's Divine getting dispatched left, right, and center. Falcons with 9 eliminations under their belt. Ball's about to run into Peter. This is a good angle for them to go for the swing.
And now, with EVOS kind of slowing things down a tad bit, Falcons are in trouble. Fluxo knows exactly the kind of danger that awaits them from up above. Those grenades could come raining down on them, but everybody's waiting for that circle to close on down. This one is now turning out to be a troublesome situation. Do we depend on those medkits, or do we depend on some final second pandemonium as Butches in finds AimGod, puts him down 6 feet under as well. EVOS has no chance to pull the Booyah.
That is good for Fluxo. They got 3 members left. They just have to hold this ground. Starts by taking out EVOS Esports, because that is the contender. That is going to be the team that is challenging them for space. But if they can hold this, they are going to force Fluxo to play level.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over. Fluxo, a slow start indeed, but Peter, M592 the head, puts down bombs. Your MVP from the global stage, and without him, this one gets a tad bit more difficult. Pushes it down as well. Gio, the final survivor, taken out of the equation, and the one and only Falcons, your champions of Freefire EWC 24, showing that they can rise up to the top when they want to.
2 Booyahs in 3 rounds. Falcons built to withstand hardship, built to withstand altitude, and built to withstand the desert.